What is going on, my family? Your boy Demetrius is back with another classic Tekken 8 video. Here in this video here, we are going to talk about the deadliest and most dangerous fighting stages that we have when it comes to Tekken 8. Now, what I have done here in this video, I have narrowed it down to the top 7 fighting stages that I believe that are the most dangerous, most deadly. Also, with these 7 stages that I'm about to explain, these stages here, you could be the most strategic and the most methodical when it comes to going up against your opponent, inflicting damage, and also making your opponent be confused and be on their heels. So with these top 7 stages, these stages I feel like give you the best chance to be the most methodical, the most aggressive, and also the most strategic when it comes to Tekken 8. Now, I understand everyone else has their own list and their own top 7 or top 10 when it comes to the most deadliest stages when it comes to Tekken 8. So this is just what I believe right here. This is the top stages that I believe are the most dangerous, and then after I'm done explaining why, I'm going to turn it over to you and I'm going to ask you on what your top favorite stages are when it comes to Tekken 8, and what do you like about these stages, and how do you strategize when it comes to fighting in these stages on your opponents. But before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to your boy for the hottest Tekken 8 action on the internet, period. We are going to get into the discussion right now when it comes to the top deadliest fighting stages when it comes to Tekken 8. Let's go. Alright, so the stage that we are going to start off with is the second version arena stage, the underground arena stage. The reason why we're going to start off with this stage because I do like this stage a lot. This stage is basically it's basically like a regular stage. The only difference is, you know, it has the explosives, the DOA explosives in the background. But what I do like about this stage, though, is that you can use the DOA explosives, you know, to your advantage like you can with all of the other stages. And this stage is pretty wide, so you don't really have to worry about getting comboed. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, all of a sudden you're going to hit those explosives in the background. So the stage is wide enough to where you can be a little methodic. You can still be aggressive and not really have to worry about those things in the background. But once you get near those explosives in the background, that's where you can really be strategic when it comes to the stage, because when you're able to hit the opponent in those explosives with this stage, you know, I like how the explosion happens because you can get geared up, you can get set up, and when the explosion happens, you can already be ready to perform your next combo because the opponent is going to go over you and go to the other side. And I like the fact that that happens. That actually helps gear me up so I can complete the next section combo when it comes to the explosives in that underground arena. So this stage right here, the underground arena, comes in at number 7. A real great stage. I really do love fighting on this stage. I love the original arena too. I love both of them. Of course, I do like the music on this stage, but the underground arena and the DOA explosives that are in the background, I like that because, like I said, you can be methodical with it. You can still play your game, whether you're aggressive or whatever. You can still play your game and not really have to worry about that stuff in the background. So really like this stage. This stage comes in at number 7. The next stage coming in at number 6 is the Meteor Stage, Enter the Stratosphere. And I gotta be all the way real with y'all, I do not like fighting on this stage. This stage is deadly and dangerous, yes, but it's a little bit too deadly and a little bit too dangerous in my opinion. But at the end of the day, it comes in at number 6. With this stage here, you have to really be careful. You have to really be aware about where you are at on all times, because if you get hit on a lava patch or if you get thrown, throws become launchers on this stage, and you can get reset for a combo if you hit a lava spot. So there's a lot going on in this stage, a lot that you have to be aware of and a lot that you have to be cautious of. Also too, you got to make sure your throw escape game is on point. Because like I said, you get thrown on this stage, you're going to get launched, plain and simple. So this is a stage where you can really test your opponent's throw escape skill. If they're not very good at throw escape, or if they're not a throw escape artist like that, you can use the throws to create launchers on this stage. Like I said, Enter the Stratosphere, very deadly stage, one of the deadliest stages that we have in the game. And like I said, I cannot stand fighting on this stage. This stage is one of those stages, you mess up one time, you come across a lava spot or something like that, you're gonna get blown up and you're gonna lose a lot of damage. Very deadly and dangerous stage. It comes in at number 6. The next stage coming in at number 5 is the Cisum of Fate. Now here's the thing about this stage. I understand that the Cisum of Fate is not a deadly stage because it doesn't have any explosive activity or anything like that in it. But one of the things I do like about the Cisum of Fate is that it is a stage that basically just puts you in the middle of space. You feel what I'm saying? Now there is walls on this stage, but you really don't got to worry about the walls because the walls are so far away from where they put you in the stage. So pretty much with the Cisum of Fate, you can be as aggressive as you want to be on this stage. You can also be as mobile as you want to be on this stage. So you don't have to worry about background activity at all in this stage, nor do you really have to worry about the walls until you actually get there, which actually takes a long time for you to make it to the walls in this stage. That's what I love about it. The stage is very wide. It's the closest thing to an infinite stage as we're gonna get in Tekken 8. And like I said, with the Cisum of Fate, the stage allows you to be as aggressive and mobile as you want to be. So that's why I put it at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is the Elegant Palace stage. This is one of my personal favorite stages as well. The Elegant Palace stage is a nice crafted stage. A lot is going on this stage because you get placed in a very wide situation, but you can also strategize in this stage as well. You know, if you're near the windows, you can get your opponent in a situation where you can break the windows. That way it becomes a multi-layered stage. That way you can inflict more damage because you can continue to push your opponent down to the bottom of the level. So once you get down to the bottom of the level, you're inflicting damage. Now the stage becomes more like a traditional DOA stage. Now you have the explosives in the background. So that's what's going on with the Elegant Palace stage. So a lot of ways that you can be strategic and inflict damage on your opponent. And like I said, if you're near the glass, you know, you can strategize by luring your opponent there. And once you're there, you can also do a combo, break the glass and do things like that. Also too, if you don't break the glass, the stage is still deadly because the base of the stage is still square. So you are going to meet the wall quite frequently. So you can use the walls to create wall combos and put your opponent in pressure situations as well. So like I said, the Elegant Palace has a lot going on, but it's all about those windows. If you can get your opponent around those windows, break those windows, you can inflict damage, and then you go to the bottom where you have access to the explosives in the background of the stage. I really do enjoy fighting on this stage because of these reasons. And also too, it's one of the stages that I have a high win rate on this stage as well. So that ought to tell you something right there. When you have a high win rate on a certain stage, that means you really enjoy the stage. That means that you're really being strategic or methodical on the stage, and you know how the stage works, and you can use the stage to your advantage. So with that, the Elegant Palace comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is the Midnight Siege stage. Now this stage is very interesting because it's kind of like a rectangle stage, which means that you are going to be coming across the wall very often. And this is what's so deadly and annoying about this stage. This stage is very annoying to fight on. It's not as annoying as the Enter the Stratosphere stage, but it is very annoying because, like I said, it's rectangular. So you're going to be hitting the wall a lot. And if you get caught in a situation where you're like in the dead corner of that wall or something, you may not even get out when it comes to this stage. So the Midnight Siege stage is a very frustrating stage, but at the same time, it makes it a very deadly and dangerous stage. On side of the stage, you have the explosives in the background, which you can use to your advantage. The difference with these explosives is when they explode, your opponent is actually going to be in front of you, so you can actually keep them on the wall, keep them in the corner. And like I said, it could be a frustrating time, and hopefully you don't get put in that situation. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I said, you get put in that situation on the Midnight Siege stage, it's going to be a long match for you. You may not even get up on this stage. You feel what I'm saying? This is probably one of the hardest stages to even get up from when you get knocked down. So because of that, Midnight Siege comes in at number 3. Clearly one of the most deadliest stages that we have in Tekken 8. But this is a stage you really got to dig down deep and play defense until you get your opponent in a situation where you can just corner them and use those explosives to your advantage and keep your opponent down on the ground on this stage. But Midnight Siege stage comes in at number 3. Definitely one of the most dangerous stages that we have in Tekken 8. Coming in at number 2 is the Ortiz Farm stage. Now, the Ortiz Farm stage is very unique because it's a multi-level stage, and it's also a stage that you can strategize for the most part. But if you continue to break through the walls and break through the grounds and go down to the underground mine, that's where the stage can become very annoying, very deadly, and it's all about survival at that point. It starts off where you're starting off at playing ground, but you can break the walls, inflict damage to your opponent that way. You can continue to break the ground to go down to the underground. And when you go down there, once again, it's one of those stages where you're really gonna have to dig down deep. You really have to try your hardest not to get launched once you go down to the underground mine of this stage. Because if you get launched on this stage and get comboed, and then you hit those explosives that are basically in every single corner of the underground mine of this stage, it's more than likely that you're gonna lose the match. Because if you get comboed while you're in that underground mine, you're gonna lose damage because of that. You're gonna get hit with the explosives, you're gonna get launched again, and you're gonna get hit with another big damage combo. So when you get down to that part of the stage, it is all about survival. And you know what? Defense is really needed when you get to that part of the stage. When you get launched and get comboed, that's pretty much over with. So to be quite honest with you, yes, it's annoying, but at the same time, it is kind of thrill and fun when you play on this stage, because you really do have to go into survival mode. And this stage does kind of bring out the defensive prowess when it comes to playing. You feel what I'm saying? Because defense is needed in this stage, or else you're just gonna get beat if you get hit with those explosives in the underground mine of this stage. So the Ortiz Farm, one of the best stages to strategize, but when you get to the bottom, all about survival, and you just need to get there before your opponent does. Launch your opponent before your opponent launches you. You feel what I'm saying? Once you get down to that underground mine, being methodical and strategizing is out of the window. It's all about basically just whooping your opponent's ass before any of y'all break those explosives. So the Ortiz Farm comes in at number 2. Coming in at number 1, it is the Sanctum Stage. I personally feel like the Sanctum Stage is the most dangerous and deadliest stage when it comes to Tekken 8. The reason that I feel that way is because in the Sanctum Stage, there are multiple ways to be strategic in this stage. There are multiple areas where you can break the wall. The walls will break suddenly, and you can inflict damage on your opponent that way. The stage is also a multi-level stage where you go to the bottom, and it's pretty much the same, where you have activity in the background. You can break walls and stuff like that and inflict damage on your opponent. The stage also is very wide. It is a very spacious stage, so you can be methodical in that manner, to where you can calculate where you are on the stage, and you can kind of get a little game plan going on what you want to do when it comes to breaking the walls in this stage. You feel what I'm saying? So there is a lot of things going on here when it comes to the Sanctum Stage. Like I said before, you can be very calculative in this stage, inflict damage on your opponent by breaking walls. Also, too, the Sanctum Stage probably has the best soundtrack in Tekken 8. And also, this is my all-time favorite stage to fight on when it comes to Tekken 8. And as I said before, you know you love a stage when your win rate on the stage is very high. And when it comes to the Sanctum Stage, you could best believe my win rate on this stage is very high. Not only that, when it comes to the Sanctum Stage, man, my fucking win rate as far as seconds per round is also very high. Like I said, I think that has a lot to do with the music when it comes to this stage. Like with this stage here, this stage gets me fucking going. I don't know what's going on with the Sanctum Stage, but the music combined with everything else going on in the stage, I'm telling you, man, I'm a different animal when it comes to this stage. So Sanctum Stage definitely comes into number 1. Like I said, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of ways to be methodical in this stage, a lot of ways to inflict damage on your opponent. Definitely the number 1 stage when it comes to the deadliest, most fighting stages in Tekken 8. So those are my top 7 deadliest and most dangerous fighting stages when it comes to Tekken 8. And as I said earlier, this is just how I feel about it. I know everybody else probably got their own thoughts and feelings and their own placings when it comes to a lot of these stages in Tekken 8. So let me know what y'all think about the deadliest stages that are in Tekken 8. Let me know your favorite stages on what you like to fight on, and the stages that just make you go hard when it comes to battling and competing. Put y'all thoughts and y'all feelings in the comment section below. We can get a conversation started. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to your boy for the hottest Tekken 8 action on the internet, period. My name is Demetrius. I will get back at you in the next video. God bless. Stay safe. I am out. Peace.